time for our fantasy sleepers, man. No, this is the one. This is this is where you get the value of our podcast right here. You know, everybody's getting ready for drafts. Everybody's doing mock drafts. Everybody's trying to figure out, what everybody's going to pick up. And me, I don't know who these guys' sleepers are. So we all came up with a list of top 5 of our sleepers that we're going to be looking out for. I actually am not going to be, I'm not hoarding any players. I'm giving you like my legitimately 5 top sleepers. So I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot because I'm in like 3 paid leagues. So hopefully none of the people that actually is in my leagues watch this shit. So besides these 2 guys, these are the 2 that I hope that takes advantage of this. Otherwise, everybody else kick rocks. All right. So, Marque, you got to say.
What's your number one?
Oh, Jesus. You want me to go first?
If you want to.
Yeah, I go first. Hey, I'm making a list and checking it twice,
All right.
I'm making a list of all our sleepers. All right, I'll go first. All right. Let me pop up on the screen. Let me get it ready. Get it ready. Man. Let's do the entire screen. There we go. Here. All right. Here we go. Now. Let me zoom in a little bit so we can actually see. All right. So, my first fantasy sleeper, and I've been talking about this guy all off season. A lot of players has followed his trend, unfortunately, and got suspended for doing dumb shit. But that's okay because he's going to make his comeback this season. To the floor. Coming out of the University of Alabama, Mr. Calvin Ridley.
Oh, my God.
Yes, that's my number 1, Mr. Calvin Ridley. And, people have forgotten about Calvin Ridley because he came from a know-nothing team called the Atlanta Falcons and got traded off into a juggernaut incoming called the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I never thought the words would leave my mouth. But in his last full season with the Atlanta Falcons in 2021 with quarterback Matt Ryan, my add, who was already mentally abused after that debilitating Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, which Atlanta Falcons fans will never forget because I still bring it up with clients who are diehard Atlanta Falcons fans, and they look like they want to cry. Even with Matt Ryan, this dude went for 90 out of 143 receptions, 1,374 yards, averaging 15.3 yards per reception and 9 touchdowns for 18.8 fantasy points per game in PPR. Now, very impressive. And in the last season after that, he only had, 3 games, got injured, and then got caught up in the whole, gambling on games and got suspended for the whole season. But I think Calvin Ridley is going to be the alpha dog in Jacksonville. I think he's going to take over that position wholeheartedly. I've been looking at, everybody talking about practice,
Listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
I know AI. We talking about practice, but Calvin Ridley looked damn good in practice. Burning out the top corners. Looking way better than the current receivers there doing his routes. I mean, this guy runs like a 4.4. So he has that true explosive speed, great fundamentals. He came from the University of Alabama. I mean, he made a bad decision, which was a great career choice. But I think Calvin Ridley, his ranking wise, he's going to be a wide receiver 1. And people are going to sleep on him hard. We've been seeing that in our last draft, right? He didn't get chosen until about what? I didn't choose him until about maybe 5th or 6th round. And so I think Calvin Ridley, I think he's got this in him, He's got that dog in him.
He sure does, yeah.
He got that dog in him, and he's still young. I mean, this is only his fourth season in the league. So, yeah, I think he's only can go up. Y'all got any comments?
I agree.
Man, look, all I can say is look out.
Okay. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. All right. Y'all ready for my number 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, man. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
Let's give this man a proper introduction of a.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This guy. 6'1", 200 pounds. Coming out of the Ohio State. Mr. Jackson Smith Ninjigba.
Oh, my God.
Yes, sir. Mr. Jackson Smith Ninjigba. We just talked about him in the last segment. Hey, man. Look at this. Listen to these stats now. In the last full season he had, because he got injured, he had 95 receptions. And C.J. Stroud was his quarterback. 1,606 yards, averaging about 16.9 yards per reception. Man, that's high as fuck. For 9 touchdowns. And this is just, this guy, I think he's going to be spectacular. Like we talked about before in the last segment, Tyler Lockett, he's old. I don't think his body's going to handle it, too much longer. He's already getting hamstring tightness like an old man. Man, we see what hamstrings do, like Vaughn said. Once you have it, you stuck with it. You ain't getting rid of it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Hamstring injuries. And then you have Geno Smith, who's on the rise as a QB. Surprisingly to say, in 2023. I think Njigba could easily become a wide receiver 2 in Seattle. Quote me on that. Quote me on that. Just going to say it again. Njigba will probably become the wide receiver 2 in Seattle. So, right now, if I had to pick his position in ranking wise, I put him as a wide receiver 3 with major wide receiver 2 upside. Question, comments, and concerns.
I think he wide receiver 2 from the jump, brother.
Woo! Hey, I was being conservative, man, but yeah, I can agree with that too.
I mean,
what you got? What you saying, man? Go on, continue.
No, I was saying, I mean, everybody else is good, but in Jig, that's a whole different beast, man.
Yeah,
that's a whole different beast. And like I said, like when I said about Tyler Lockett, we already know he's kind of, I ain't gonna say on a decline, but he sort of back, he in the back nine his career, So Tyler Lockett's still productive now. Don't think Tyler Lockett's not draftable. I'm not saying that, but with Jigba right behind him, Locke can be even more productive now. Now he got somebody else that can run with him. That can get the catches. He can do the dirty catches. He don't have to do the screens and all that little stuff anymore. Somebody else can do it.
And just like we were talking about before, I mean, you got DK Metcalf. He'll get a lot of the attention. And they're going to be looking like, oh, this is just a rookie. And that's when this come out. That dog come out in him. And Geno see him open. I can see him being a heavy hitter in this first season in the NFL. All right. Y'all ready for another one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. I know Marque probably got his pencil. Ready to write down another one I got.
Making a list. I'm checking it twice.
All right. Marque gonna love this because right now I'm all over Alabama dick, unfortunately.
Look, that's a good one to ride.
Lord,
I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Lord,
whoa, pause.
6 foot.
Thank you.
The champion of champs, battling disease and coming back stronger than ever, Mr. John Mechie III from the University of Alabama. Let's give a round of applause for him. Round of applause. From the Houston, Texas. I think John Mechie III is a great sleeper. When I'm having on the bench, you know what I'm going to be saying. And y'all know my favorite new soundbite.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep, wake up.
Yes, John Mechie, I'm gonna need you to do that this
Boy,
season.
they sleep too. Sleep.
Yes, sir. But I think he's gonna be awakened this season. Hey, look, during his last season at Alabama in 2021, John Mechie had 96 receptions for 1,142 yards. It's 11.9 yards per reception for 8 touchdowns. And remember, this is while sharing the field with another high-ranking receiver named Jameson Williams, who's gonna miss 6 games because he was a dumbass. But I mean, dude, John Mechie III is a spectacular wide receiver. I mean, he went to a good school known for their pedigree of wide receivers. I mean, shoot, I've just talked about Calvin Ridley. Come on, man. It is what it is. Hey, I have my allegiance to Auburn, but look, I can't. Hey, game recognized game, and John Mechie's got it. Now, especially with a new QB and CJ Stroud and a hungry coach, DeMarco Ryans.
Roll Tide.
Hey, I think Mechie should be a critical part of the offense this season. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to rank him as a wide receiver too. Hey, that's what I think.
What is it they have? Houston's terrible. Hey, they said,
Oh my God!
What's up?
speaking of Houston now, they said CJ Stroud in the fight though for that quarterback position. They saying
Really?
they saying that what's the quarterback there now? Mills. He ain't giving it up. See, Mills is not giving it up.
He fighting.
I mean, Stroud probably get it eventually because I mean
it's Stroud.
he getting paid the big money.
Yeah, he got the number one draft. He got a first round draft pick. You know,
Yeah, the fans came to see him, but they said Mills is not giving it up easily.
You know how that go. Vaughn, you got anything to say?
I mean, Mechie, you know, is good that he's back. You know, we didn't get a chance to see him last year, unfortunately. I'm looking forward to seeing him this year. You know, he's another guy that I believe is going to be good, but you know, unbeknownst, like nobody's thinking about John Mechie III, man.
Nope.
Nobody's thinking about what this guy can do, his capability. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, great sleeper, great sleeper.
Thank you. All right, who's ready for the next one? We on number 4. And this one should be a shocker because if you paid attention to the fantasy draft, I did draft this guy. All right. One of my favorite college quarterbacks, mostly because he embarrassed Alabama in the national championship as a rookie or freshman, as I would like to say. Mr. T. Law, Trevor Lawrence from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.
Hey, you remember that, don't you, Marque?
Don't remind me.
Hey,
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That man had an amazing game, man, against them in that championship game. I give it up to him, man. He played his ass off.
I mean, it was the first time I've ever seen a quarterback make Alabama look that bad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's been a while, bro. Like, and
Yeah.
this was throwing. This ain't even like running the ball.
Nah,
We look silly.
yeah, like
Yeah.
T-Law, like, and honestly, T-Law took a major step in the right direction towards the back end of the last season. You know, he really stepped up. I mean,
He got a new coach. He got a new coach. That's why.
yeah, Doug Peterson, man, he's a difference maker. He ain't have what's old boy?
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, man. He was a different guy. He was on this. Like literally Ric Flair drip. But his stats last season, he went for 387 out of 584 completions, 4,113 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But what's most impressive about T-Law is that he had 62 rushing attempts for 291 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. So he can do it in the air and do it on the ground, man. And you know what? What sold me about Trevor Lawrence was that playoff game versus the Chargers when Jacksonville was trailing 27-0 and came back to win the goddamn game. I mean, 31-30, you know.
Oh my God.
Dude, Trevor Lawrence has got the ultimate dog in him. And I think he's an underrated QB1. Like, people are sleeping on him. Like, nobody's talking about him. And remember last season, I'll bring up the tape and I'll post it on the YouTube page about us talking about, what's his name? Oh my gosh. Why can't I forget his name? I've been talking like crazy.
Who?
Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts.
Oh, wow.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
I talked about him all preseason. Nobody hardly believed me. And what happened?
I sure didn't believe.
He exploded. He took that step and became one of the most prolific quarterbacks of the 2022 season. So, listen to me now, believe me later on. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a top QB1 that you can get on the cheap side. And I believe he will win people leagues this year. Questions, comments, concerns?
I'm in agreement.
Look, man, if that pick that you made last year with Jalen Hurts is anywhere as good as this Trevor Lawrence pick you got right here, boy. Woo.
And my favorite, I got both of them in the same, sleepers. If you can get T. Law and Calvin Ridley, man, I promise you, it's gonna be magical. It's gonna be like the greatest show on turf, man, with Kurt Warner. Yeah. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
That's it.
I know.
That's saying something right there now.
Hey,
Woo.
I preach it, man. Look, just saying. Listen to me now, believe me later on. All right. My last pick, and I always talk about this guy, so it shouldn't be any surprise. Coming from the University of Georgia, playing for the only other black quarterback, not black quarterback, black coach in the league, Mike Tomlin. Mr. Second Year, George Pickens. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
You believe in Georgia? You believe in Georgia, boy, huh?
Yeah, because when you get the Georgia Bulldog, you're going to get a Bulldog bite. You know about that, Marque, right? That Georgia Bulldog bite.
Ain't nobody Bama stomp too, so we.
But I truly believe George Pickens is going to be the wide receiver one. I think Deontay Johnson's reign is over in Steelerland. His rookie season went for 52 of 84 for 801 yards, 15.4 yards per reception for 4 touchdowns. And he also ran in for a rushing touchdown. He averaged 9.8 fantasy points in PPR. But I think he's going to hit that sophomore, next level. George Pickens, I think Kenny Pickett will, he's going to be getting more comfortable with the offense. I think Mike Tomlin's going to make some more scheme plays to where George Pickens can eat. I've seen some crazy catches from George Pickens in the league. I'm going to still, if I get a chance to pick him up personally, I'm going to have him, I'll pick him up in the later round because nobody's going to really, remember him too much. I'm going to put him on my roster and hope that he gets the opportunity that he can, maybe on the first week, but probably, closer to week 4 or 5. All right. That was my last pick, guys. Got any comments about that one?
Pickens, man, you've been very consistent with Pickens. Riding with Pickens and the Pittsburgh Steelers, other than Pickens, their wide receivers have been very pedestrian. Very pedestrian. So I think Pickens will definitely be able to take hold of that. So yeah, I like what you got going on here. I really do.
Yeah, appreciate it. Marque, you got anything?
I don't like Georgia receivers. not just because they're at Georgia. Not because they're at Georgia, but it ain't really been that many good ones. Other than back in the day.
Fair.
So I think Georgia more of just running backs and tight ends and stuff like that. But as far as pure receivers, they don't get enough. To me, they don't get enough looks in college
Hey,
to justify. You know,
hey, it could be quarterback over in
I mean, and
in
it could
Rams
be,
land.
and
Could
it,
be
and it
quarterback.
could be. You're right, and it could be. And then maybe you don't get enough looks in college, but you may shine in the NFL. So it's just hard to say.
Fair. All right. Do y'all want to go in the same order that I got it listed down? Davon, you want to be next?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Hold on, Davon. Do you have a
Let's
lot
do
of? Did you do some thought to yours? Because mine is a little bit more. Off the top of my dome, I just say that.
I mean, I have players. I mean, I have players on here that I like. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I put some thought into it. Yeah.
All right, go ahead then.
Hey, before we get Vaughn, let's give him to this. Coming down next is Mr. Trade for yourself, Mr. Davon. I had to give you a nice intro, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. So, man, my sleepers, man, guys that I'm looking at, man, like the number one guy, man, that I'm looking at, man, is Jameer Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs, running back who's gonna be out of Detroit Lions.
Okay.
This guy, man, this guy is special, man. Like if you watch him play, man, you're like, man, that dude is scary. That dude is scary in the open field, and I think that guy, I mean, he's gonna be major. Well, I'm telling you, man, it's something very important to say because they let go the running back that they had before. You know that they let him go and they let him go to Philly. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, that lets you know that this is going to be a guy that's going to take all the carries. You know, if you're concerned about him, I mean, look, get over those concerns because this guy, he's going to be good. He's going to be good. Like,
Yeah,
I really do believe that.
David Montgomery has no risk of taking his job. Let's just put it that way. David Montgomery is on the back nine. If you know golf, that means he's about to be done. He's finished. You know, he's finished. And they let go of DeAndre Swift and send him over to Philly. You know, I still think DeAndre Swift is a capable running back, but he is injury prone. So I think having fresh blood over there in Detroit is going to really help that offense explode. I mean, if freaking Jameson Williams hadn't got suspended for the first fucking 6 games, I mean, Detroit Lions would be a big favorite, like, because they'll have, you know, Amrad, the sun god, St. Brown, and you would have Jameson Williams, man. That tandem with Jameer Gibbs for your running back, man, that would have been something special. Something special. I like your picks. I like your picks. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.
Y'all love them Bama boys, huh?
I know. Hey, look. I can't look. Hey, stats over feelings, man. Stats over feelings. My feelings tell me fuck y'all, but my stats, the stats tell me I'm gonna draft y'all. So,
yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Hey, I'm trying to win, man. I'm trying to get this paper.
Yeah.
Hey,
it is what it is, man.
Should got in a different league. It ain't gonna be this one.
Shit. Whatever, man. All right, Vaughn. Who you got next?
Man, who I got next, man? Next, I have Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers,
okay.
Wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. Look, man. Look, the Ravens, they signed Odell Beckham Jr., but I'm very skeptical about Odell. I really am. I don't think that he can be a number one wide receiver. I think for Zay Flowers, for his career's sake, and for the success of the Baltimore Ravens, I think that he's going to have to morph into that number one. That's just what I'm thinking, and I think that Zay Flowers can be that potential. I really truly believe that he can be that guy. You know, I believe that Lamar. You know, he got paid, he got his money. You know, he's got to come in focused now, and Zay. You know, Zay, he's got that speed. He's got that speed, and I think that he has that potential to to be a receiver that can be a quality receiver on your team. Late in the fantasy season, this is a guy that I believe might be supplanted in your lineup. He's a guy you might want to put out there, man. So I got Zay Flowers on 2.
Hey, all I got to add is this.
Zay Tobin.
That's it. That's all I got to say to that. Good pick. Marque?
Hey, that's unexpected. I didn't think Zay Flowers was gonna make this list. I like it. I just like the pick in general.
Gotcha. All right, let's keep it moving then. Let's keep it moving.
Man, third on my list, man. I got to go back with Jackson Smith and Jigga, man. I got him on my list, man. I got him on my list, man. He's a guy, man. That dude is gonna be scary good, man. He's gonna be scary good, and I'm telling you, man. Seattle, look, they're suffering from a running back position right now. That's why I don't like them, from the division perspective. But as far as this guy right here, I mean, he's a number 2 wide receiver, fringe number 1, because this guy he's gonna be special, man. Like, I know he's gonna be special, and I don't think people realize how special this guy is gonna be. So, I mean, hey, you might be able to eat off this one. Really might be able to eat off this one.
And for the cheap, because nobody's thinking about him. You don't hear too much conversation. Everybody's talking about existing players and people who've been in the league for a couple years. Nobody's really talking about this player, and I think he is going to be something to behold. I think Sundays are going to be very special in Seattle. So, hey, that's all I got to say about that. I talked enough about him. Marque?
Hey, nothing got to be said. We'll talk about him twice. So,
hey,
that's good enough for me.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, All right, Bob. Who you got next?
Number 4, man. Number 4. And this is a guy, man, I mean, these guys, obviously these guys know this guy, but I'm kind of thinking outside the box. This guy, he kind of dealt with some injuries in his first year or so, but I think that he may be over these injuries. I believe that this guy has to perform well. I don't think that he can continue to just stay below the radar, man. At D, man, I've got Kyle Pitts. I got Kyle Pitts, tight end over there at Atlanta, man. Like, look, man, look, this is a real sleeper. Like, this is a real sleeper, guys.
He is.
Y'all know how I feel about Drake London. I don't like him as a player, and I think that he's the only receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. To be completely honest with you, I think Kyle Pitts is the only one. So if he's the only one, like, he's a big body, he's going to be running down the middle of the field. I think this guy is going to get some receptions from whoever the quarterback is for this team. This guy is going to get some receptions from somebody. So that's kind of what I feel when I'm thinking about Kyle Pitts here.
Oh, man. This is the first time I'm going to disagree with you because I don't trust this man at all. I'm just going to be honest with you. Look, I'm like this.
You failed, you big dummy.
Kyle, and that's to Kyle Pitts because it's just a quarterback play, man. I don't trust it. Look, as good as a talent he is, you ain't got a quarterback to throw to you consistently. What does it even matter? I mean, I'm just being honest. It's just like, what does it even matter?
You're right.
Yeah, so like,
somebody got to make the catches though. Somebody got to catch the ball.
Can he complete passes though? Is he gonna have time to do it?
Oh man, I don't know.
We'll see. They did draft an offensive lineman, so they may have some time to throw the ball. The accuracy that's thrown behind said ball,
right,
might be questionable.
What's the QB's name again?
Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, see, I can't even remember his name. That's a problem. And I live in the city where he so it is what it is, man.
I'm sure you're not the only one. I'm sure you got the lowest selling jersey in Atlanta history for a quarterback.
Oh man, if only we could have got freaking Lamar Jackson down here, bro. It would have been mayhem. But it is what it is. Marky, you got anything to add?
I think it's a good pick by Vaughn. Actually, I kind of agree with him about Kyle Pitts. I think this is the season, man. I think he's gonna break out. Regardless, like they got to find a way to get him the ball, man. Because they try to do too many deep shots like he was at Florida. We don't have a quarterback for that.
Nah,
not right now.
They do some dink and dunks.
Yeah, we need some shorter,
nickel and dimes,
you know,
nickel and dimes,
10 and in stuff like that. You know, he can't go too deep. They just get the ball down the field and progressing with him with the ball in his hand.
That's what she said. But continue it on.
That's it though.
Vaughn, what you got next? Your last
my last pick, man, and this is a real sleeper, guys. This is a real sleeper pick. The guy that I'm picking is a running back. His name is Davon A-Chain. Davon A-Chain.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew.
Running back from Miami. Look, guys, this is what I want to say. This guy, look, Texas A&M, they had a trash year last year. But one spark they had was this guy, Davon A-Chain. This guy was amazing. I'm telling you, Jeff Wilson, he already had an injury. Raheem Mostert, is he a number one back? We'll see. These running backs drop like flies, guys. Davon A-Chain, if he's as good as what they say he is down there in Miami, he might be behind Tua as the number one running back when it's all said and done at the end of the season.
Woo!
So, look, this is a guy you're definitely going to be able to draft him. You're going to have plenty of time to get him. Look, Davon, that is a sleeper pick for real. For real.
Hey, I know if I pick him up, you know what I'm going to be doing.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep.
Well, he got to get in the game first. He's an RB3.
Hey, but I believe if he gets in the game, he's going to be like this.
You got to be hungry.
I think he's hungry. I think he's hungry compared to the other two running backs. I mean, the other two have been in the league for so long. They all beat up. I think Davon A-Chain is a great sleeper pick, especially coming with an explosive offense in Miami. If Tua stays healthy, I mean, he's a great other option besides Waddle and Tyreek Hill. I mean, for an offensive presence. So, sky's the limit. It just depends on, hey, if he gets the opportunity and he takes off with it. So, I like that pick. And to Davon A-Chain, you get the woo. All right. Marque, your time to shine, man.
All right.
All right, wait, but before, you gotta bring you in very nice. Just like you like.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Woo! Hey. Woo! Woo! Hey, what they say? The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Hey,
longest ride, longest line, baby. Longest ride, longest line.
Hey, and one of the famous quotes: "You may not be the first, and you won't be the last." Ric Flair, baby.
All right, man. Let's get this show on the road, man.
Let's go.
My number one is the obvious. We said his name twice, so I ain't got to explain too much. Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's number one.
Oh man, so if you're listening, draft him.
Draft him.
He's an all around acclaimed player. We all agree.
We all agree. All right. But number two, we already talked about this guy earlier in the podcast. But I feel like he gonna have great upside. He's gonna be. I'm not gonna say receiver 2. I'm gonna say receiver 1 and 1B.
Ooh.
He's with the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
Jordan Addison.
Yep, that's a good one. That's why I kind of mentioned him today. I kind of already felt somebody was gonna say it.
Yeah, that man, he gonna eat this. He gonna eat this season. He gonna eat a lot. Because the thing is, everybody's picking either Jefferson or they picking one of the running backs first round, right? That's
Christian
pretty much what I've been
McCaffrey.
seeing.
Christian McCaffrey, Saquon. They'll probably, oh God, wow, tight end for Chiefs. Why did I blank out?
Kelsey?
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So so listen, guys. If you don't draft Jefferson, draft somebody else first round, and then go back and get Addison the next round or the third round. That's how you play that.
Ooh.
Jefferson's gonna be good. Jefferson get his points. Jefferson might get 30
beat.
points in the game, but Addison might be behind him at 27. I mean, that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be right behind him.
Yeah, I feel like Minnesota's gonna have to throw their way out of games anyway. Because
a lot of running back. I mean, that's Madison. I mean,
he's all right, but he hasn't proven himself to last over a whole season. He's been like, I can step in for a game or two, but can you step in, 17 games?
Right.
16? Yeah.
Right.
Can you survive the whole season? I like that pick.
Yeah.
As long as he can stay out of trouble.
Yeah, as long as stay out of trouble. Stop driving, man. Get you a driver, man.
Yeah, get you a driver. You do Lyft, Uber Eats. Whatever. Get your groceries delivered to your house. Get the women delivered to your house. Whatever. I'm pretty sure they got a service for that. All right. What's your number 3?
Number 3. So this guy's near dear to my heart. I kind of went a lot on feelings on my list. He kind of had a setback last season.
All right.
After a breakout, rookie season. And I feel like he's gonna really set the stage this season and break out again. And that's my boy Deebo Samuels. All
right. Deebo Samuels. All right.
He definitely was asleep last season.
Oh, you were like this.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
He wasn't waking up, man. Yeah. He had a casual game here, but he struggled. He struggled mightily. But I think that he's gonna sleep. People are gonna sleep on him, and he's gonna come back and show out.
Well, I told you his big Achilles heel is the quarterback, right? Because we don't know if Brock Purdy gonna be the Brock Purdy of that back end of the season, and you ain't gonna Trey Lance, bro. Stop. You gonna defend on your season of the Trey Lance arm?
We'll see, man.
All right. You got any at Vaughn? You good?
Yeah, man. Look, San Francisco, man. Look, man. I can't wait for the season to start because this is going to be a lot of storylines that I'm waiting on, and this is one of the ones I'm waiting on. Is this San Francisco team?
Fair. All right. That's the next one. Number 4.
Sorry, he's already on the list already. And I agree with my brother Davon, Kyle Pitts. That's what I had. That's my 4th.
My God. Ooh, y'all was a gambler, boy. All right.
I like I said, we already explained Kyle Pitts, so nothing more to say, right?
Hey, I'm gonna be like, "What's your Falcon problem?" If you draft him, I'm gonna be like, "What's your Falcon problem?"
Not his last pick. Not his last pick. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get catch some heat with this one. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord.
My final sleeper for the 2023 season. I select the QB out of Las Vegas, Jimmy Garoppolo. I got this feeling, man, that Jimmy G. Don't forget, Jimmy G been in the Super Bowl. He been the NFC Finals. I just got this feeling, man, that Jimmy G gonna find a way to have a breakout season. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs, but I feel like he's gonna make it work with Devontae Adams, man. He gonna get something together. He gonna make something shake this season.
All right, I'm gonna go first, and I'm just gonna hit this one. Hold on, we going full screen.
Listen. I knew I was gonna take some
we
heat.
going full
Man,
screen.
so.
We going full screen on this one. Oh, wait. You go put a man as a sleeper who don't even know if he can pass his physical.
Yes, he's gonna pass it. He will be playing. Brady's got enough going on, man. They gotta have that. That's gotta work for him.
I don't know about that one. That last one is if you end up being right, I'll eat crow. But that last one, I can't get down with that. I am not drafting Jimmy G.
Too much of a push for you.
Yeah, I'm not drafting Jimmy G in any of my leagues. Any. And I say any, not a goddamn. Hey, this is what I can say. I
guarantee
that I won't be drafting Jimmy G in any of my leagues. Again, I said I will
guarantee
that I won't draft Jimmy G. But to each his own. Vaughn, what you got to say?
This is my only concern. My only concern is that yes, he may play, but to select him as a sleeper, we're saying that we would put him as our QB1. Is that really what we're saying? If
I didn't say I saw my QB1. I said he's a sleeper. He's gonna make some noise.
He can sit on the bench. He can sit on the bench.
He ain't gonna be my QB1. I ain't going that far.
Will he be a backup?
He can be a backup. That's cool. As long as he's starting, he can be a backup.
Look, man, if Jimmy G is out there in week 1, hey, I'll be happy for him. I actually like Jimmy G as a player. He's a gamer. I like him as a player, but I don't know. I don't know about that right there.
Too much of a reach.
It's man. Then you know what? We always talk about risk to reward. That's massive risk, minimum reward.
Oh wow! Wow!
Vibes like this.
it's my quarterback.
That's what Marquis like right now. That's my quarterback.
Oh man,
it's okay, Marquis.
He's like those penny stocks in the back of the newspaper.
Yeah.
That's
what
he is. Yeah. Like
high risk, low reward.
Man.
But it's okay. Hey, I like this list. Hey, I like these picks, guys. You did a great job. Round of applause. Hey, we agreed on one on all general consensus. Jackson Smith and Nijigba. If you can get them, just get them. Just get them. I promise you, not a lot of people. A lot of people aren't.
Don't hesitate.
A lot of people are sleeping on it. You can probably get them in like the 7th or 8th round. Probably around there is probably like a good spot to pick them around. That'd be about the time when people are just kind of like, I picked up my first, I picked up my roster. I'm trying to on, just pick whatever's next on the list. They're not going to really be looking as much as anymore. Really, it's like later in the draft is where you find your gems.
Right.
Because people get draft fatigue. And that's a thing. It's like draft fatigue. Like you've been through a few rounds. You're like, damn, man, I'm tired of being on this draft. Some people auto draft and say, fuck it. I'm going to continue on with my life. Me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be at a con dressed up. I'm going to be drunk. I'm going to be still drafting though. I mean, I got my list. I'm going to have my list of players in my tiers. And then I'm just going to hey, whatever. But you can get some gems if you wait out 8, 9, 10, those rounds. You can get some fantasy gems that could make or break your season. Like I said, last season, Kenneth Walker III, I picked him up 10th round or something like that. And he was just like, hey, I know Rashard Penny gets hurt a lot. This guy could be something. And he ended up being a great fantasy pick. But mind you, I dropped him before he went off.
You know how it works.
But yeah, but anyway, it's all cool. But just listen. Look, this list, we're gonna post it. We'll talk about it. Hey, if you got comment, and on the video if you agree, disagree, and give us your sleepers. That's a big thing. Give us your sleepers. We're very interested in seeing what you think. Maybe you can show some shed some light on some different players that we aren't considering. All right. But